in this video, I'm gonna team up with my friend and fellow team member of the Hybrid Engine. We're gonna take on the HYROX Doubles Elite Qualifier. Now, this is a new event this year. They are gonna hold it in the World Championships the Saturday night in Chicago. There are 5 opportunities to try and qualify into it. So they're only gonna take 15 teams per gender. And Lauren and I went to the second one, which was in Houston. And there's 3 more. Both Miami and Paris will be on the same weekend. And then the final one is gonna be in London. Now stick around for the end of the video to find out how we did. So after the Glasgow Major, I got back to my hotel between 11 p.m. and 12 a.m. Okay, goodbye Glasgow. I'm waiting for my Uber driver. I'm gonna meet Joanna at the airport because we're on the same flight over to Houston. I have not slept a wink, and I can guarantee you she hasn't either. It's really hard to sleep after these races, and it's currently 3 a.m. Now, when I arrived in Houston, I told myself, and I actually told Joanna too, that I wasn't gonna crash and I was gonna get to the store and get some food and then get some movement in. But I did crash for a little bit, and then I eventually got up and I got a little bit of a walk, and I got to the food store and I did a little bit of a shakeout jog. Okay, I made it to Houston. Super long flight yesterday. I got to fly with Joanna and we had a layover in Amsterdam. Our flight was slightly delayed for the second flight, but that was perfect because that meant our bags were able to make it. So I have my bags. Very excited. Today is Friday, so day before the big doubles race. Some really good teams going up against each other. One of them being Joanna and Tia Claire Toomey, which I have dreamed of being able to compete in something against Tia. She is arguably the most accomplished female athlete, I don't know, in the world. I mean, I know that's subjective, but that's how I see her. That's my perspective. And I've never been even close to good enough to compete with her in anything. So I'm so excited that she's going to be on the line with Joanna, a superstar. I am partnering up with Lauren Griffith, and we're going to give it everything we have tomorrow. So I landed on a Thursday evening, and Anthony and Lily flew out the next day, so Friday, to meet me in Houston from Las Vegas. They got in pretty early on Friday afternoon.
Hi, Mama. Miss you.
How far did you travel?
Mama, catch up.
Did I travel?
Yep.
Was your travel further than mine?
I said play.
You went on the plane?
Yeah.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
Were you just with Dada?
Yeah, Dada.
Don't worry. I will be on the plane with you back, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to say hi?
Okay.
What are we doing here?
Sleeping.
We're sleeping? What are we going to do tomorrow? Are we going to run?
Yeah.
How fast? Super fast. You don't have to whisper. Say super fast.
Surprise.
Who's faster, Mama or Dada?
Mama, Dad.
Mama? Even the 2-year-old knows. I let them settle, we ate a little bit, and then we went to the venue to go make sure we got an early check-in and we wouldn't have to do it the next day. Said can't be by our phones.
Okay.
The chip agreement. We're in Houston. We're looking for a playground. I know I saw one when I was running last night. I can't seem to relocate it. Found kids playing on some. I found the playground. Do you see the playground?
Oh yeah.
I can't believe she's able to get up there. Got all checked in, and I met up with my partner Lauren Griffith, and we went over our attack plan for game day, which, and this is just important to know, go in with a plan of attack and know that things could change on the fly. You never know what's going to happen on the day of the race. Somebody might not be feeling well, anything can go wrong. There might be a twist of an ankle. Maybe one partner feels amazing, and if they take a little bit more of the work, your overall time can be faster, which in a qualifier situation is really important. The goal was to make sure we finished in the top 3, because only the top 3 teams were gonna move on with a slot to be able to compete in Chicago. This is actually the second time that Lauren and I have gotten to compete in a doubles race together, but it's the first time we've competed in the pro category. So last year in Vienna, we teamed up and we did a doubles race, and it was open. So this was like the first time we were doing the heavier weights together. Doubles is just so hard. The reason is you can just go to another level because you know you're gonna get a little bit of rest. So the intensity is super high. I personally prefer the solo races because I can keep my effort level slightly lower than that and it's steady. It's really hard to like go in and out of like that really high intensity and then kind of get a little bit of rest while your partner's going, and then the high intensity again. So I definitely prefer the steady grind, but man, was the doubles a lot of fun. And it's actually the 3rd time Lauren and I have competed together because we did an all-women's relay in Vegas, gosh, less than 2 months ago. And that might have been the most painful actual race that I've ever done. And I was working for probably less than 8 minutes the entire time. And I had book-ended stations. I was person number 1 and person number 8, and there's only 8 stations. So I got so much rest in the middle of it, but I also have never felt so sick in my entire life. Like I pushed so hard for those girls.
Parkour!
I know you're excited. Why are you so excited? What's going on? Oh!
7 seconds, let's go, let's go! Go, go! You got it. You're doing all right. Get ready. Right out. There we go. Nice job, ladies. Let Griffith go first. Hard run, hard run. Let's go, Lauren. Let's go. Go, guys. You guys are doing great. You're gaining on the runs. You are gaining on the runs. You're on pace for 56 flat. Let's keep moving. Hard on the runs. One more, Lauren. One more. Come on, Lauren.
Okay, so as for our doubles race, it started out so hot, and I'm sure a lot of that is my fault. I will own some of it, but all the girls were going so fast. The sport is just, the rate of improvement is so incredible. So we did the first 1K, and gosh, you'll have to ask coach because I don't know how fast we did the 1K, but it was really, really fast. And we get into the ski erg, and the plan for the ski erg was Lauren and I were gonna split everything 250, 250, 250, 250. which we did. So we were on plan up until this point. Now with the ski erg, I think you can go faster in a doubles than what you would do for your singles, with a grain of salt. Like it's the same rule applies, and where it's only the first station, you don't want to blow up there. So you still have to be careful, but you can push the pace faster. So I actually ended up pushing mine much faster than I normally do on my singles. So we stuck with the plan for the ski erg, and the goal was for me to finish all the stations and for Lauren to start all the stations. So sometimes we might switch more than once, and for some of the stations we would only be switching once. So we get to the second run and we're still pushing really, really hard. I noticed that Lauren wasn't like her normal, necessarily like peppy self. So we got into the sled push, and I ended up doing the first lane, where I was gonna have Lauren do the first lane. And this is kind of where I could tell she wasn't feeling well, but I had no idea. So we got through the sled push. We lost a little bit of time there, and it was after the sled push that I realized like how sick Lauren was feeling. So we got to the out arch to start our third run after the sled push, and we ended up actually having to stop and wait there for a little bit because Lauren was having trouble breathing, and that's really scary. So like I talked with her. I said like, hey, we have so many other chances. We don't have to do this race. We don't have to finish it. This is only the second qualifier. We can qualify in 3 other cities, and one of them is still a US city. So we don't have to finish this. And she was such a trooper, and she really, like, I don't know how she dug so deep, but she's like, no, I'm gonna keep going. So we got back onto the run course, and we were going at a much faster clip than I thought we were going to go. There were a couple times, like from here on out throughout the race, that I was very unsure as to whether we were gonna finish. And hats off to Lauren, because she dug so deep for somebody who was not feeling well, and like put on such an incredible performance and still ran like a monster, like so fast, and was like, I have no idea how she was able to perform the way she was, feeling the way she was. So gosh, I was just so impressed, because I definitely thought we were gonna pull out of that race and probably go to Miami, which would be in April. And honestly, like, that would have been a ton of fun. But anyway, we kept charging through this race. We're still going at like an amazing pace. The team in first place, Joanna and Tia, was like way ahead of us. So we were definitely not catching them. We came into the wall balls, and they were, I don't know how many reps in, but they were really far in. But we did come into the wall balls in second place. And if you remember from earlier, the top 3 teams get a qualifying spot. Tia and Joanna crossed the finish line with a world record. So they were flying. Like, that is so impressive, especially because Joanna also flew from Glasgow, also probably got no sleep that night, and I'm sure was super tired, and then pulled off a record in the doubles race. What is it, like less than 2 days later? Lauren and I were able to cross the finish line second, which means we grabbed one of those spots for the doubles Elite 15 in Chicago. So, and then third place actually came from Heat 2, which is crazy. So we didn't even get to race. The team that came in third place is Morgan Schultz and Elena. I'm gonna insert your last name because it's not the same as Paleo's last name, and I'm forgetting it. I'm so sorry. So for my next race, I'm going to DC, and I'm running my first ever women's open race, and I am so excited. I've never gotten to race in this division, and the difference between the open and the pro is the open it's literally, they just get lighter weights in a couple of the movements, which, man, I hate being slowed down by those sleds so much, and I am so excited to just like try and let loose with a slightly lighter weight and just kind of see like how hard I can push. I am also planning on testing kind of some new strategies to see if there's anything I can learn and potentially take into Chicago with me. There's really not many more opportunities to do this. I think in the US we have this race in DC coming up, and Atlanta and Miami, and I think that's it. So I want to take as many shots at practicing as I can while trying also to not over race. But yeah, no, I'm super excited for this one. If you're enjoying my content, please remember to subscribe and hit that notification button so you don't miss when a new video comes out. And of course, remember to work hard, stay humble.